Hello. Um, I have been meaning to sit down and chat with you, so I found a place to just sit on because Madrid is such a great city with the weather like this. Sun is out. I've been so lucky, and it's like this terrace kind of sitting outdoor situation where I think lots of people are out and about, even though this is, what day is it today? Tuesday afternoon, 4:30. So probably people are finished working and hanging out with their friends. But I thought of sitting down today with you because initially, today is my filming day for YouTube. I'd say a final video in a sense that because my Schengen visa is expiring, but also a final video being a full-time YouTuber, full-time travel YouTuber. And I've mentioned it probably on the previous video here and there or a few posts, but I don't think I have specifically processed that internally and emotionally. And I think even since Norway, I was really grieving and crying a lot. And today was supposed to be a light-hearted day, starting a video, just that one video, right? But yeah, it's been hard. It's been hard because I think saying goodbye to this version of me that has been all of the things that I am for the past 10 years is so much more emotionally cathartic than I anticipated it. I suppose it's not just YouTube, isn't it? Or it's not just travel. It's the thing that accompanied me for the past decade. When I first started out, leaving the country, not knowing where the journey would take me. And it has brought me here. So there's a lot that I built through it. Gosh. I thought it would be a straightforward kind of process to just return to Madrid and then showing up for the video. But I feel like because I am still processing emotionally, showing up for a YouTube video feels tougher. I think it's saying goodbye to the identity, a version of myself that made sense for so long, and yeah, I don't know. I think I'm much better now in comparison to yesterday or today. I just kept crying. For no particular reason, and I think it would be such a great idea to do this because I think I know internally that I'm ready to move forward into the next chapter in my life. And I think the shift has started in Morocco. And I think it's just been hard. It shouldn't be this hard, but unless you know how it feels to build a YouTube channel and travel by yourself, I think I don't know how to phrase it. Part of me is probably a bit nervous to see where my next chapter is taking me. I mean, obviously, a sense of motherhood is also calling. Dave and I are trying. It's not that easy for us, I suppose, especially given my PCOS condition. So we are going to try to start a family. But I think I didn't realize how, even meeting my friends, how much growth I've had, because then it sort of reminded me of the old past self that I used to have. So there are certain elements of it that shows up, and probably when I was getting ready this morning, was supposed to be starting a video, there's a lot of flashbacks from my past travel filming experiences that suddenly randomly popped up. Perhaps a few moments that suddenly popped up in my head, perhaps as simple as when I was in Nachivan, or perhaps when I was in Nepal. Because I think I don't know, it's like going through a breakup. So I hope it's not too much for you to watch this. And I think I just want to be honest with where I am currently at mentally. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be in Madrid. Like, I've never fallen in love with a city so quickly and instantly. Perhaps during this summer I would probably hate it, but spring like this is perfect. And I just so want to show so much of the beauty for YouTube, as in the beauty of Madrid, just like how my usual work kind of mentality. But turns out I am not mentally there. And I really hope tomorrow I can show up for that last video. And saying goodbye to that chapter of life. I'm sure I will be doing YouTube still here and there, but not full time, and dedicate my whole life to it. So part of it is a bit cathartic, because it's so much of it embodies my identity of the YouTube and travel and building a life surrounding it and pushing through so much hardships, not knowing where it would take me. I'm not saying it's the greatest job in a sense that doesn't pay the bills for me personally, because my audience, as I appreciate the audience that I've built, but it's not actually kind of audience that would satisfy a sustainable income. And that happens a lot more than actually the ability to land brand sponsorship deal. And probably there are so many different ways to sustain this career through YouTube and social media in general. But the fact of the matter, if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think that's the kind of challenge I want to undertake. That is no longer the path I want to pursue. And so there it is, I think. That's the honest truth. And I don't know why saying that feels harder and and heavier. I'm holding myself together not to cry because it's a public place. But gosh, my eyes have been so not soggy, what's the word? My eyes have been so swollen. You can't see it because of the makeup, but yeah. So yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to just thank you for providing me with the opportunity of being myself. Thank you so much, guys. I'm just going to allow myself to process this still and allow Madrid to be the beautiful city that hold me emotionally. And yeah, sorry if I'm not really well versed, but I hope you know that whether you've been here for a couple of years, 3 years, a month or 2, it means a lot, because without people like you, this job doesn't exist, and without people who care to watch and follow along the story, obviously it means nothing. So yeah, thank you so much. My body is just so exhausted from this emotional processing, internal processing, grieving, saying goodbye. But at the same time, I think I don't know what my next chapter would be. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I think I just need to gain clarity and space. I think the fact that I'm in a new city, and usually for the longest time, places that I've not been is always going to be for YouTube videos, because I don't want to miss out on, make the most out of it and earn money from it. But it's been an interesting exercise to just be here, or even when I was in Porto hanging out with friends, or some bits of Norway that I wasn't able to film just because I wasn't able to multitask while hanging out with friends. And I think that's what I desire so much more. Not the travel bit, but the actual connection, the actual building friendships that are new, and showing up more, socializing more. I think that's what I crave for. And as much as I love my solo travel and solitude, the YouTube thing, I think it's such a solitary work that it's no longer serving me in where I am right now. So yeah, there's that. There's that. And I hope it doesn't bore you to death to listen to me going through this myself. I'm sorry if I've been sporadic. I think I personally am going through such a huge internal shift, and it's rather confusing. Confusing from myself.
Just got hit early.
So, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I love you all. See you again next time. Bye.